BODDAMN, and today I'm going to talk to you about the biggest reason why most people can't get fit. What's going on, guys? Chris with the BODDAMN channel. This channel is all about food, fitness, and how to live an active, healthy lifestyle. In this video, I'm going to tell you what I think to be is the biggest reason why people can't get fit out there. You ever hear that thing like give a man a fish so they eat for a day, then you teach a man to fish, then they eat for a lifetime kind of thing? You know what I'm talking about. So today I'm going to teach you how to fish, basically. And I'm going to teach you to fish because, you know, a lot of people think it's so easy to get fit and all this kind of stuff. They're sold the wrong things through media or however else you consume your content. You're getting sold the wrong stuff. Like, so if you want to get fit, and the biggest reason why people aren't fit is a failure to understand what it takes, okay? I've been lifting since maybe 94, 93, something like that. It's been a long freaking time. And honestly, I've made mistakes, yes, but I've also made incredible successes, triumphs, whatever you want to call it. But I've found out that a lot of people that I come into contact with through training or just in the gym in general, like they fail to do a lot of things right. And that's what fitness is. And if you want to succeed in fitness, you're going to have to do a lot of things right, okay? You can't afford to do 1 out of the 4 correctly or 2 out of the 4 correctly. If you want to get a badass body, you're going to have to do 4 out of the 4 correctly. And in my world, that sounds like 100%. So that's what you're going to have to start thinking, all right? You're going to have to think, I need to be at 100%, but if I only do 1 of these 4 things correctly, I'm gonna get 25% of the results. That's not that good, okay? That's all you do and get 25%. If that's as good as you can do, don't be mocking someone or being jealous of somebody or what. I wish I could do that, and that's a person that put 100% of the effort in and understood it on a very basic level of what it takes to get fit. So I'm gonna tell you about the 4 things that are so crucial to maintaining a good body over a long period of time. We're not talking about show prep or just for like a movie or anything like that. I'm talking about having a good body all the time, something you're proud of, confident of, and that makes you, something that that you are, you know? And so the very first thing is a good diet. Now the crappy thing about this video is I'm gonna tell you about these 4 things, but if you follow my channel and subscribe to it, you're gonna really figure out these 4 things in detail as we go through the journey together. But if I was to tell you these 4 things and tell you exactly how to do it, this video would be like, you know, a month long, right? It's gonna take forever for me to discuss it in one video is basically what I'm saying. But I wanna help you guys out a whole lot by telling you exactly what it takes. You need to start understanding it on a fundamental level. That way, we can get built together. Very first thing you're gonna have to do right is start getting your diet in check, okay? The diet is so important. But like I said, it's only 1 out of the 4 things. But the diet, what does it mean? You know, I get a lot of questions like, what do you eat on a daily basis? All right, anything that you've ever heard about that's bad, like, you know, fats and fried foods and all that kind of stuff and sugary sodas, you know what? Probably wanna cut down on that stuff, right? You wanna get that out of the way. And you wanna maximize on leafy greens, vegetables, you know, beans, legumes, lean proteins, and, you know, the appropriate types of dairy products that are good. You know, I'm not talking like crazy amounts of cheese, but I am, you know, saying that Faya yogurt and things like that, skim milk, whatever, you know, is really important kind of stuff to consume. So on a diet standpoint, you know, you want to probably stay away from like 1 big meal a day or 2 big meals a day. And if you're like, oh, but you know, I can't eat here, I can't have that, you know, let's start building smoothies, start having, you know, pre-made meals, start having bars ready to go. There are no excuses. I've been in the most precarious of situations and still had an awesome body and still did it right and just been working my brains out. Not in the gym, I'm talking like, you know, a full-time job and going getting a master's program, all that kind of stuff, still maintaining an awesome body. But I knew what it took. I had to be prepared and I had to have this stuff, you know, either ready-made in my fridge or, you know, I had to go to fast food options, but that were very healthy, right? So when it comes to diet, there are no excuses. I mean, if you can't get the first 25% done, this is a pretty important piece of the puzzle. It certainly isn't everything, but you have to start curbing around your diet. Now, one of the things that I can give you around a tip for the diet thing is, you know, surround yourself with people that are getting in shape too, because there's nothing worse than going, you know what, I want to get built, I want to have an awesome body, and then you don't proclaim it to your friends, you don't tell anyone else about it. Next thing you know, you're down a couple beers on the weekend, and then there's some fries in front of you and some fried foods, and you just let your diet go. And that's what happens with most people, is they don't understand that it takes a lot of discipline to get a good build that's sustainable, that is there for a long time. You can definitely get a good build for a short period of time, by doing it the non-sustainable way or the black market way. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. You can certainly do it that way. But that part's very hazardous to your body. Is it worth taking the risk? Like, you got to figure that out. Like, to me, I would never do that kind of stuff. Like, that is just ridiculous. But there are ways to do it super fast if you want to. I'm talking about longevity, sustainability, and something you're really proud of. Because at the end, if you are doing the other way, I mean, you really can't, you know, if someone wants to like copy in your footsteps and you want to inspire another generation, you really are doing a very immoral thing by not discussing that. For the people out there that do that, and the sad part is it's kind of widespread out there, especially if you look at Instagram and stuff like that. You know, a lot of these people are like, oh, you know, natural, right? But they do a lot of stuff like in the off seasons, and you know, you got to be thinking, what's doable on a long period of time that my body can handle, right? And a good diet is definitely going to be at the forefront, but certainly not everything. Number 2 is good sleep. All right, so this part's very difficult. It's difficult for a lot of people because a lot of people get caught up in life. You know, life gets kind of hard, and sometimes you work too hard. Sometimes you have a family, you get dogs, you get kids. Things happen, right? You might have your diet suffer, then your sleep suffers. I mean, all this stuff is an enormous compounding effect to you not having the body that you want, to you building cortisol and fat and just being stressed out all the time. So it's very important to get your sleep in check. If your sleep is in check, all right, if your sleep is in check and it's doing well, you know, 7 to 8 hours, sometimes more if you can, then typically you're a pretty stress-free individual because your body has had time to recuperate. It's rebuilt itself. You know, assuming that the nutrition is good, the body uses sleep to rebuild itself. So anytime that you're involving awesome workouts and you're on point and all that kind of stuff and your diet's good, get that sleep, okay? Get that sleep. It's really important to get the sleep. Okay, at this point you're probably going like, give me some sleep tips, give me some sleep tips. Okay, I'm gonna give you a couple right here. One is fall asleep at the same time every single day. You probably heard that one, but you gotta do it. That's so important, okay? So fall asleep, same time every single day. Second one I wanna give you real quick is really no movies and no screens and no checking your phones and all that kind of stuff about an hour to about 2 hours before you go to bed. This one is very difficult for most people to do, including myself, but I still kind of get it done, and it leads me to a nice, you know, sometimes 6-8 hours of sleep, whatever I need. Every now and then on the weekend, on a Sunday, I might end up getting about 8 to 10, and that feels so good. But those are your sleep tips, so take those away, and of course you can get on Google and research some more. But let's talk about number 3. Number 3, so important. I mean, this channel is like literally like all about this. The workout, all right? The workout matters. And I'm not talking about just getting in the gym, all right? I'm not talking about that. Because once you get in the gym, if you have no structure, no protocol to follow, then you're kind of like a kite with like no wind, right? You want to be a kite with like a lot of wind, right? You want to fly. But then essentially go in with a plan is what I'm talking about. Have a strength protocol. I'm actually going to be coming out with a product that's going to outline pretty much a lot of important physical strength kind of stuff and training routines and things that you can do to really turn things around. So be looking for that. I wouldn't even say soon, but I am building it. It is a work in progress. But if you give me a comment down below, like hurry up with that, the more comments I see and the more kind of people that are into it, the faster I'm gonna start working at this product. But you gotta get your workouts in check, okay? So very important. I don't know if you wanna be on a 3-day, a 4-day, a 5-day. I couldn't even like get it all done in this video, like to tell you exactly what to do because there's so many different body types. There's so many different like illnesses you need to consider, a range of motion kind of issues. So we can't get into that in this video, but you gotta get your workout in check and you gotta start going on a regular basis. It's so important. The fourth one is your activity. This is not the workout. Anyone that has ever known me, that has followed my workout footsteps, know that the gym is a piece of the puzzle. The gym, it starts in the gym and ends outside. That's my phrase right there, all right? Starts in the gym, it ends outside. It kind of sounds like you're gonna go outside the gym and kick someone's ass, but it doesn't mean that. It means it starts in the gym to get the foundation to do amazing things outside. If you follow my Instagram, BODDAMN, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. BODDAMN. I start in the gym, but everything that I love to do and what life is to me occurs outside of the gym. So very important that your activity, which is the stuff that you do outside of the gym, of course if it's rainy or it's cold or something, you know, that's okay. Like be in the gym, whatever, go swimming, play basketball, do you know, team training or whatever they have there, that's fine. But you really, if you want to get the most out of this channel and you want to build a good physique that can handle all kinds of stuff and bring you to different places, right? You really want to start training outdoors, okay? So that can mean a plethora of things: running, cycling, swimming outdoors, rock climbing, surfing, water sports, snow sports, you know. You gotta get out there and start learning some skill. And that's the best part of, you know, training in the gym, is that you really strengthen your muscles, you strengthen ligaments, and you know, you're ready for things, and your joints don't creak and ache when you're out there doing the really, really fun stuff. So that's number 4, is your activity needs to be in check as well. So to summarize this video, the reason why most people out there cannot get fit is because they don't understand the 4 things that it takes to get fit in the first place. Your diet, sleep, your workout, and the activity. All right, so just remember, you heard it here. I want you to subscribe to this channel, and we'll make more videos. You got to put a comment too, guys. All right, put a comment down below. I want to see it. This channel is kind of still in its infancy, so it's awesome because I could still get around to comments and stuff like that. But once this thing blows up, it's gonna be tough for me to get back to you guys. Comment down below. I would love to see your responses to this video, and I'll see you on the next BODDAMN video. Take it easy. Goodbye.